Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday, currently 11:36. Got online about 11:15 or so when I got this offer here from Ted's Bulletin. 10 items, 12.9 miles, but it has a 24-25 payout. I'm like, you know what? Why not? Let's start the day off with a banger. So, I accepted. I got to Ted's Bulletin. The food was ready. They'd asked me to take a photo of my catering bag, which, like always, could mean that it could be more on top. It could be. I think it's gonna stay the same because it only has a $104 subtotal. So I think it's gonna stay at $24 with 25 cents. I think is what it said. But it's not a bad way to start the day. Start a little bit later than I wanted to. It was my mom's birthday yesterday. She was turning 60. That's a pretty important number. So she had like a huge party with all her all her girlfriends and stuff. So we ended up staying at her house longer than I wanted to. That meant that I got home, a little later than I wanted to. But overall, great day. Thank you so much. Some of you guys even wished her happy birthday, so that's awesome. Thank you. But now we're back on the grind, back on the road. Hopefully we have a really good day today. I'm gonna put the goal of $200. We're dashing until 7:30, so we got, I think, plenty of time. And I think we're starting off great. I mean, yeah, I have to drive back, but it's not a big deal. If you look at the map, it's just basically a straight line for the most part. So that's where we're at. So hopefully we have more orders after this, and we'll see you guys at the drop-off. Alrighty guys, so we got the order dropped off and it became $26.28. Now, I think this is a little bit less mileage than the order that I did, I want to say on Sunday, that had a $4 base pay, right? So this one had a $6 base pay, right? And it was a little bit less miles. Now you could argue and say maybe it was declined multiple times. I don't think so, because the food was only sitting there for a few minutes, and I'm pretty sure they've always gonna offer orders going this far, in the high amount, $24, $22, whatever. I mean, I guess the possibility does exist that the base pay got increased because it kept getting declined, but I don't know. I think $6, it's what I was kind of hoping to get from the other order because of the mileage. Yeah, you might be thinking it's a little bit petty, $2. I get that. I just don't understand. If I'm not mistaken, which I could be, a while back, Doordash said, hey, if you drive more than 5 miles, you get this much. If you drive more than 6 miles, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like $6, it's a pretty high base pay, I think. But the order was going 12 miles into a whole different zone. I don't know if that matters, so they take that into account or whatnot. So I don't know. But I'm happy. $26.28, one order in. Yeah, it's going to take me about 40 minutes when it's all said and done, which is nothing when you think about it. So we made basically $26 in less than an hour. And I can still make a little bit more if we get lucky and we get an order on the way back. Now, it is saying that it's trying to find orders along the way, but I highly doubt that it's going to find anything because I'm pretty far off from my area. I'm gonna take a screenshot here so you guys know how far I am from my area. Just, so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. But if we find something, cool. If we don't, it's fine. But yeah, so far we have a great start to the day. No complaints. And hopefully we get more money. Let's go. So we're basically almost back at the town center when I got this order here from Chipotle showing 653 miles. I just wanted to do an order, honestly. And Chipotle is pretty fast. So we jumped on that, got to Chipotle. The food was ready, but they were really busy inside. And I don't know why. I'm guessing maybe because people stole the food. They don't use a shelf anymore. They have it behind the counter, so you have to find someone to get you the food. But it wasn't a big deal. Now we're back on the road here. We're only 5 minutes away from the second drop-off. So I'm thinking, I know I said this a while ago, but on top of just a money goal, I want to have a number of deliveries. I want to do more than, let's say, 18 deliveries today. I know that's kind of high compared to what I've done lately, but I think we can do that. 18 deliveries. That's going to be my other goal. Number of deliveries, 18. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off. It was just $6.50, so now we're sitting at $32.78. Not too bad for being 2 orders in. Now we're making our way back to the town center, but I'm taking the scenic route, meaning I'm gonna go by Taco Bell, McDonald's, Founding Farmers. What else is there? Chef. Another chef order here. You know what's crazy? Now I was talking to Dash Bandicoot. He actually told me he's done the orders from Chef, but either he has better luck than I do, because I've never seen a Chef order not take me way out of my area. So maybe someday we'll do one if we ever get a decent one. But he did tell me that the food's always ready. So now I know if I can just get a decent one with decent miles, I'll do it just to try it out. But yeah, basically back to the scenic route. I'm basically just going around, and then hopefully I'll end up with an order before we get back to the town center. But if we don't, it is what it is. But we're trying. It's a little bit slow. Another chef order, 3 items, 13.9 miles, 10.75. Yeah, it's just not. They're just not good. I don't understand why all the chef customers live so far away. As there are none in my area. I don't know. Anyways, give me another chef order. Jeez. Anyways, we'll see you guys on the next order. Guys, we have our next order here. We just accepted from Ginger Ramen. I have not been there in a while. Last time I was there, the guy was like, "We don't have an order. Sorry," basically. So yeah, that was probably what, 2 weeks ago maybe. When I had a pretty decent order, but when I got there, first a girl told me, "Yeah, we're working on it." Then the manager came out and said, "We don't have any orders." So I ended up on a signing and not going back there. But you know what? It's been 2 weeks. Maybe things are better now. Hopefully it's ready. I think it has an $8 payout for like 3.7 miles or whatever. And I'm basically about 1.5 miles away from the restaurant, so it's really not that far. I'm just hoping that they have the order. You know, if I get there and they tell me it's going to be a few minutes, that's fine. You know, but hopefully it's true. And they're not just saying that, and then later on the manager comes out and tells me, "Hey, we actually don't have any orders right now." So we'll see how that goes. We'll see you guys in a bit. Guys, we got the food picked up. It was ready. So it looks like Ginger Ramen has finally come back, you know, to being what they used to be, which was a good merchant, you know. But, you know, I don't know if it's just me or maybe you guys are the same, but whenever I go somewhere and I feel like they're doing me the wrong way, they're doing me dirty, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a break from you guys for a week or two, you know. Because, you know, sometimes I don't like going to places just to waste my time. So there's certain stores that, of course, I never go back to, like Wendy's. But for the most part, everyone else, you know, after a week or two, let's just try them out again. Maybe they had a bad day, technical difficulties, maybe they were short-staffed, maybe their manager just sucks. There's so many different things that could happen, you know. But typically, that's what I do, you know. So I'm glad that that now 2 weeks later, Ginger Ramen seems to be back to what they used to be. See, the problem with Ginger Ramen was when they first opened, you know, they were fine, and then people started dining in more, and then they got really, really, really busy, and I feel like they couldn't handle the online plus, you know, the people that were dining in. But I feel like now they find a nice middle ground, and I'm glad, you know, because they were a really good merchant, and I'm pretty sure they're kind of expensive too. So typically people always tip, you know. So we'll see. But maybe that's just me. But you know, there's certain places I don't ever go back to, like for example, Wendy's. I don't ever go to Wendy's. There's another place here called Bagel Cafe. They're just too busy. You know, all you're gonna do is wait. So, and that's kind of what I want to avoid. You know, most of the merchants that I like going to, like Chipotle, Sweet Green, there is no wait. It's almost always ready. You know, that way we can knock out more orders per hour. You know. But anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty, guys, with the food dropped off, and I don't know if you can tell, but I really hate Wendy's. I think I mentioned them twice in the last clip. But anyways, this last order from Ginger Ramen became $9.25, so that was a nice order. Now we're sitting at $42.03, currently 1 o'clock on the dot. So hopefully it doesn't just die down. Technically it is, I guess, after lunch. But I'm hoping we can get, you know, more orders. I've been getting a couple of, you know, crappy orders. Like this one. Wow, look at this one. I'm gonna take a screenshot. This one is one of those orders that makes no sense. It's one item from Sweet Green, so it's probably ready in the shelf. Paying $15.94, going 19.7 miles all the way to the great state of Maryland. So I gotta cross state lines and drive all the way back and probably lose money and time. Who is gonna take this order? You know? And I'm sure somebody will, which is the sad part. Sadness. I don't understand. Like, I wish you could really see if someone picks these things up. I mean, I know there's no way they would share that data with us, or if somehow you could see like where other dashes are at. Well, I guess it's kind of dangerous, but you guys know what I mean. Like, someone is gonna pick this up. Why? Anyways, we'll see you guys on the next one. So we have our next order here. We just picked it up from Sweet Green, showing $6.25. I think it's about 3 miles, maybe a little bit less. And you know when there's like silly construction, like there's construction going on, like, you know, like the trucks have the arrows, only one lane, but there's actually zero work being done in the construction area. I don't know, I hate that. In the middle of the day, it's 1:25, and randomly there's construction, but there isn't actually any construction being done. You know what I'm saying? So it's causing this extra traffic for no real reason, which is kind of annoying. But you know what? It is what it is. It's gonna add maybe a few more minutes. But yeah, we're only about 6 minutes away from the drop off. But you know, Sweet Green 625. What is going on? There's cops everywhere. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is I took the order because I have been sitting for way too long. I think I have been sitting for about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more. So when the order came in, I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and take it. We know the food's ready. The miles make sense. It could always be more, you know. But for me, the biggest keys, not the biggest keys, but my biggest thing with taking orders is, you know, the miles. Obviously, the number one thing for me is the miles, but it's also where it's coming from, because then they don't know if I'm waiting, and of course where it's dropping me off. I have to drive back, and also the delivery time. You know, that I feel like that can give you a really good indication of if the food is ready or not. And sometimes I haven't seen them in a while, but usually, you know, you get those texts, hey, the order's ready for pickup or whatever. I haven't gotten one of those in a while, so I don't know if that's like a merchant thing that they have to click, oh, it's ready to be picked up or whatever, or it's automatic, or I guess they would have to do it, because how would it be automatic? Yeah, I'm assuming the merchants have to press that, and maybe most of them don't, or maybe the ones that don't have tablets, you can't press that, you know. So anyways, we're sitting stuck in traffic for no reason, but we should be there in about 7 minutes. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, we just got past the traffic, and I forgot, I don't think I mentioned it, but I just passed 16,000 deliveries with DoorDash. Now, that's a lot. I mean, I've been doing this since 2019. So technically this will be my 3rd full year doing it. On top of that, I have my other job, you know, and now we do have some YouTube money coming in, which is awesome. So thank you guys. But you know what? I was expecting like a little email from DoorDash or something. Like, oh, thank you so much. I'm just kidding. I wasn't expecting anything from DoorDash. If anything, I was surprised when they did the you know, when they went public on the stock market, they gave people money. Like, hey, I was pleasantly surprised. I think I got like $500. I had just under 10,000 deliveries, I think, when that happened. So I missed out on getting more. Hey, but it wasn't a big deal. It's free money, so I can't complain about free money. Same thing with getting the $15 for driving 250 miles. I'm gonna do that anyways, so I'll take the free $15, you know. And the 10% cashback, or not cashback, but the rewards on the card, no problem. I use the card anyways, you know. I think when I started using the Dasher Direct, it wasn't as good, because you would get it like in the middle of the night or randomly. Now it's like you finish your dash, money's there. You can go to any CVS if you need the cash out right away, or you can just transfer to your bank account, or, you know, so many options, you know. So I think it's great. You don't have to pay the, you know, fast pay. Before, I was a big believer of fast pay, because I didn't really trust DoorDash handling my money. Then I had a separate issue with my own bank, so I had to get a new bank, and I was like, you know what, let me just try this Dasher Direct thing for now, see how it is, and I love it, you know. The only issue with the Dasher Direct for me that I ever had was how long it took me to get the card, and in the quality of the card. My card looks like it's been through like World War II, Vietnam, Iraq, all the wars put together. It looks like that. It looks rough. You know, it still works, and I do like that you can use Apple Pay or Google Pay or whatever. So most places I use my phone because the card is so beat up, but it still works. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So we have over 16,000 deliveries. Even with all those deliveries, I have yet to do an official catering order, meaning to claim it on the scheduling thing and actually do it that way. All my catering orders that you guys ever see come randomly. They just come to my phone like a normal order. It'll say, you know, plus, you know, the dollar amount plus $2 on time or whatever. I've never actually done one where I've scheduled it for it, because as soon as those come out, they're gone. You know, people snatch them up like this, and the ones that are, you know, are still on the app are super far away, like Maryland, DC. I'm not gonna do that, you know. But anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll get back on the road, guys. So we get that order dropped off. It was just 6:25. I wanted to go to McDonald's, then you can see the arch, but the line is out to the road. I wanted just to get a coffee, but I'm not gonna sit in that line and wait, because what if I get something good, you know? Then I'm gonna be stuck. Nah, I'll pass on that. I can wait till later. But I think I said my 3rd full year. This is technically my 4th full year, I think. Yeah, 4th full year. I don't know why I said 3rd, my bad. But yeah, so now we're sitting at $48.28. It's 1:37 in the afternoon, so we're not doing too bad, I don't think. But then again, if I get something that's even remotely decent, I'm gonna take it, because again, I have the new delivery goal that I want to achieve. But yeah, so right now we're just waiting. Even though I wanted to get my coffee. I couldn't because the line's out the door or out to the road, but now I'm stuck at the light. So anyways, we'll see you guys in a bit. Guys, so we made it back to the town center, did a little bit of waiting. Then I got this offer here from Fa Tea Break and Boba. $7.50, I think it's like 4 miles. I'm taking it because it is 2 o'clock, so 2:15. It's not as busy. The orders are a little more scarce. So I was like, you know what? Why not? And I have a pretty good feeling that the food should be ready. And $7.50 is a pretty decent payout. It's a little bit high. It could always be more, you know. So that's why we're gonna go ahead and take it. Hopefully the food's ready, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, guys, we got Doordash dropped off. I think it became $8.75, so that's a nice little jump from $7.50. Now we're sitting at $57.03, basically $3 shy of $60. Not too bad. Currently $2.28. Making my way back to the town center. I'm probably gonna just take my break. I made myself, you know, a nice peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So we're gonna go ahead and enjoy that once I get to a parking spot. Of course, we're not gonna turn any of the apps off or anything. I'm just gonna eat real quick. I don't think it's busy enough for me to have to do that, you know. So, but yeah, hopefully we can get something. And then at this rate, I mean, I think we're doing all right. I think hopefully maybe by like 4-ish or 4:30ish, we'll be around $100, if not more. But we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty, guys, quick little update. It's currently 3 o'clock and we have not gotten anything worth taking. It's been quite a while. I already ate my lunch. I'm just chilling, watching Storage Wars, passing the time, I guess, until we get something worth taking. Hopefully soon, because like always, the clock is against us, but we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, guys, luckily after doing the last clip, we didn't do a whole lot of waiting, maybe like 5 more minutes until we got this order here from Morton Steakhouse. I think it was 3 items, $6.25, less than a mile. Of course, we jumped on it right away, and that one became $8.25, which is awesome. So $8.25 for less than a mile. I would love to do at least one of those every single day. Then after making it back to my parking spot here in the town center, we got this order here from Chipotle, $6.25. I think it's like 2.2 miles. Jumped on it right away. And yeah, so these are the kind of orders that I love to do, especially between the slow times, low mileage, decent payout, you know. So hopefully we can get more of these, because we're kind of running out of time. It's 3:49, so we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, guys, we got the latest order from Chipotle dropped off. I believe it became $7.25, and now we're sitting at $72.53. It's 4 o'clock on the dot, so we're a little bit behind, or where I would like us to be. I would like us to be at least at $100 maybe, or closer to it. So again, the goal is 200 by 7:30. We basically have 3.5 hours left to get $128 more. I think we could still do it. It just really depends if it's busy, if the orders are there. Again, the goal for the orders is 18 orders. So far, we've only accepted 7. So we're also behind on that end. But you know what? I got faith. I got hope. You know, why not? Anyways, let me get back to the town center and we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty, guys, we got our next order here from the Bento House. We just accepted, so we're on our way there now. It's maybe like 2 miles or less. It's actually going back to the town center, so I'm just driving up to go back down. So anyways, we'll see you guys on the next one. Guys, we just picked up the order here from the Bento House. Food was ready. Now we have a 3-minute drive back to the town center, basically. So these are the orders that honestly I do enjoy, because I know that I can knock them out in like 10 minutes or less, especially the food is ready, which that was the case today. So yeah, I believe maybe 2 or 3 more orders like this. Not only are we gonna reach our goal of the deliveries, but it's also gonna help us reach the ultimate goal of $200. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, so after dropping off the order from the Bento House, we went back to our parking spot here in the town center and literally just waited for another 15 to 20 minutes. It got slow again, where I wasn't even getting anything, right? And then I got this order here from Chipotle, $6.25. I think it's like 1.5 miles maybe. Jumped on that right away. I was already in Chipotle, just refilling my little water thing, so it worked out for me. So right now it's currently 5:08 and we're only sitting at $78. So I think realistically, I'm gonna bring down the goal yet again to $150. So hopefully we can do that. We'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty, guys, so we got the order dropped off from Chipotle, and ended up being, I think, $6.70, which is, you know, random amount, but we'll take it. Almost $7. Now we're sitting at $85.48, so not too bad, I guess, all things considered. And we do have 9 deliveries, which means we're 9 away from the goal. So I think it's possible that we do 200. It just really depends if the orders are there, and that's what's been the issue today. It's just not very busy. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty, guys, we just picked up our next order here from Santini, $6.25. I think it's 7 items, almost $100 worth of food. It's like $88. Going what, like 2.2 miles, maybe even less. So it's basically going that way and coming back. Basically very similar. Actually, is exactly the same as the one from the bento house. Going to the same building. I mean, different person obviously, but the same building. So yeah, hopefully, I think this could be something in the teens maybe, which is exactly what we need to pick up the pace. So hopefully after this we'll be one step closer, one more order away from $100, or maybe this one will do it. Who knows? We'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, got the order dropped off. I think it became $10.75. Not too bad, not too bad. Now we're sitting around $96 for an entire dash. So it's taking us a while to get to 100, but you know, we're doing what we can, still staying active, which is the most important part. It's just, you know, the few moments that we were not active were very long. So, you know, 25, 40 minutes in between at times. That's not ideal. But I think the rest of the day has been pretty decent, so we still got plenty of time. Hopefully we'll have a busy dinner, and we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty guys, we just picked up our next order here from Kava, showing, I think it was 3 or 4 items, $6.25, I think less than like 2.2 miles maybe. Jumped on it right away. Luckily the food was ready, so now we're back on the road. Currently 6:10, and we're only 1 minute away. So after this, we should be over the $100 threshold. And again, the updated goal is $150. So can we do it? Why not? Let's go. Alrighty guys, we're gonna do the dropped off, and just like that, the most random order had an $11.17 payout. We'll take it. Now we're sitting at $107.40, and now we're getting bombarded with orders from Chick-fil-A going 15 miles away for $5.25. No thank you. So anyways, we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, it looks like dinner is starting to heat up a little bit. So we got this order here from Senor Ramon's Taqueria, and then right away they stacked it with an order from the bento house. So of course we accepted that. The miles make sense. Initial payout is all right. So now we're making our way to the first drop off. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got both orders dropped off. They were both, you know, paying more than what they were shown, which is awesome. Now we're sitting at $125.65. So basically 25 away from the updated goal. It is 6:35. So we got plenty of time, I think. Hopefully we can do it. I don't want to jinx myself. One thing that I forgot to mention is when I was picking up the order from the bento house, I saw a new dasher. I know he's new, well, because one, he told me, but two, he used to work at a restaurant, and now he's dashing, which I thought was great. You know, people want to better themselves. Hey, go for it. But I just out of curiosity, if I asked him, you know, how he was liking it, and he was like, oh man, it's great, but you know, there's so many low-paying orders that I feel like I shouldn't take them. And I was like, yeah, you shouldn't take them. I was like, you know, he was all worried about his acceptance rating and whatnot. I'm like, man, that doesn't matter. I showed him mine, and he was like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, dude, you got to take what makes sense for you. You don't have to take these low-paying orders. So I felt like I converted one dasher, you know, from the dark side. But yeah, anyways, we're currently sitting at 125. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, as you can see, it's getting dark now, but we have our next 2 orders, most likely the last orders, because the restaurants took forever to get the food ready, but you know, that happens sometimes. The first one being from True Food Kitchen, $6.25, a couple of items, right? Then they stacked it with an additional order here from the counter. The counter was ready, but True Food Kitchen is the one that took forever, but it was fine. I was talking to another dasher. I mean, I don't know him, like I don't know his name, but I see him all the time. So we were just chatting it up, and he was telling me how slow he was, and I was telling him, yeah, it's slow also. But you know, he's a veteran driver. He knows not to take all the BS orders and whatnot. So it was nice just talking to him, catching up. You know, we talked about fuel prices, you know, what most dashers will talk about, you know. Although I do think that the whole fuel thing has kind of calmed down a little bit. I feel like it's not going up as much anymore. But regardless, it was a nice conversation. Both got our orders around the same time, so it was cool. It was also nice to see that I'm not the only dasher in my area that's like, you know, quote unquote slow, or like, you know, not as good as it used to be at least, but that's, you know, that's what happens. But anyways, let me get these 2 dropped off, and then we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, we got both orders dropped off, and like always, we are out of time. So you know what, we're gonna finish at a somewhat respectable $144.40. I'm gonna put up all the screenshots here for you guys to check them out. I wish we could have done at least 150, but you know, again, out of time. Tomorrow I'm gonna dash earlier, just simply because I want to do more than $200 in a day. In the past, I could start at 11, finish by 7:30, no problem. Clearly, obviously, this is no longer the case. So tomorrow, I'm gonna start early so we can hit that, you know, that goal for sure. And we were also 3 deliveries short of the goal of 18 orders. We only did 15. So, you know, as you can see, we declined 231. Garbage orders. Say it with me, garbage orders. But you know, it is what it is. Again, thank you all so much for coming along on today's Dash. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe.